President Trump takes a victory lap right after the big victory in North Carolina. Monday night, President Trump went to Fayetteville, North Carolina to hold a rally. And of course, the media for days had been salivating that the North Carolina special election was going to be a bellwether to predict the 2020 general election cycle. They were talking about the inroads that Democrats have made into the stronghold of North Carolina, and that because this special election involved areas like Charlotte, which have become progressive, and President Trump did not do well, despite the fact it was still a Republican stronghold, they were predicting this was it. This was a referendum on the president. He is slipping in the polls. The economy is nearing recession. This is going to be one of those elections that the Republicans are not going to do well. It will be Donald Trump's fault, and get ready for a blue wave in the 2020 general election.
A vote for any Democrat in 2020 and a vote for any Democrat tomorrow in North Carolina is a vote for the rise of radical socialism and the destruction of the American dream. I wouldn't mind fighting the Democrats, but we really have to look at it as a twosome. It's the media and the Democrats. It's one and the same. And they tried to do the recession thing. You know, they tried the Russia thing. That didn't work. But the radical Democrats want to dismantle, demolish, and destroy everything that you've gained. And they will do it. And you have a Democrat named Dan McCready, and he wants open borders. He wants sanctuary cities. He's not going to protect your Second Amendment.
This is no big deal. That's the reporting 24 hours later. After all, North Carolina is already a Republican stronghold. It never should have been this close to begin with. So this doesn't mean anything. This is the expert opinion of the political pundits on the lying legacy corporate corrupt mainstream propaganda media just 24 hours later. It's the exact same thing they said when Ted Cruz beat Beto O'Rourke in Texas. Well, you know, Beto never really stood a chance, and it never should have been this close, and this needs to tell you something about Republicans and their ideas. And, you know, what's not being reported is the fact that liberals are now targeting places like Texas, Florida, the South. You have a lot of northern liberals who won't admit that the reason they're leaving their states is they can't handle the high taxes in places like New York, Massachusetts, New Jersey. The reason they're moving south, yeah, they want to get warmer. Yeah, they would like an opportunity to maybe flip a state or two, but they're actually running from the very policies that they claim to be advocating. The policies that are making them go broke and bankrupt up in the north, they now want to import that same ideology into the south. And let me tell those of you that live in the south, in particular Florida, the Carolinas, Georgia, Texas, don't allow your communities, don't allow your regions, don't allow your states to be hijacked by libloon liberalism. Don't do it. You've got to fight back in every election. Don't let these people get a stronghold. Don't let them even get a toehold. This is like a letting a fungus grow. Don't do it. The president masterfully turned the North Carolina election into a national referendum on the liberal policies being spouted by every single Democratic candidate who would like to be the party's nominee for president going into 2020. That's what the mainstream lying legacy corporate corrupt media will not tell you. It was a bellwether, not on Donald Trump, but on democratic socialism. And Joe Scarborough is salivating that, oh, the president's slipping in his poll numbers. Well, of course, you people lie about him ad nauseum 24/7, even trying to scare the middle class into thinking recession's coming, recession's coming. There is actually no recession coming. That doesn't mean that Democratic lawmakers and their willing cohorts in the mainstream media won't try to create the impression of a recession in the minds of the American voter. That they are going to work 24/7 on. That all said, Donald Trump in his victory lap tweeted out, Dan Bishop was down 17 points 3 weeks ago. He asked me for help, we changed his strategy together, and he ran a great race. Big rally last night, now it looks like he's going to win. At CNN and at MSNBC are moving their big studio equipment and talent out, stay tuned. And later he was able to actually tweet out the 2 big victories in North Carolina. It was going to be a close election. Nobody had a handle on this, and it would be a bellwether against Donald Trump. Well, it turned out to be a huge victory for Republicans, a huge victory for the president. And it is a bellwether. It is a repudiation of sanctuary cities, open borders. Let's give illegals that are here free this, free that, free. You will have to pay for government-mandated health care, but illegal aliens, they get it for free. They get it for free. America is sick and tired. They are sick and tired of AOC telling us and lying about kids being kept in cages and illegal immigrants having to drink from toilets and American concentration camp detention centers. Americans are sick and tired of having their so-called elected officials trash the country, trash the things that they hold near and dear, you know, like the Bill of Rights, the Second Amendment, the Constitution. They're tired of it. And that is all the Democrats are offering. I'm going to make a prediction. Not only is President Trump going to win re-election, we are going to take back the House. We are going to take back the Senate. And in the words of POTUS 45, Donald J. Trump, stay tuned. Well, that's it for this rant. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and a big like. Please share this video to your social media platforms. Help spread the word about this channel and help us get our subscriptions up. I really, really do appreciate it. I do read your comments. Thank you so much. I would love to hear your thoughts on your takeaway from the North Carolina special election. We've already heard Joe Scarborough, and throughout the day we'll have to hear it from the Don Lemonheads and the Chris Matthews and the rest of that ilk that call themselves news commentators. But what's your takeaway from what happened in North Carolina? Hey, you have a great rest of the day. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much. If you're not a subscriber, why not? Join up. It's great. And smack the bell for my next rant.